I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you. So, if you guys were on the stream yesterday, I did this and it kind of like died on me. But we got it going again. And here we are talking about Justpearlythings. I know. Like, I had this big intro yesterday talking about how a lot of the people that listen to my podcasts, which you can actually find on Anchor under Crimson 60620, actually like hearing this chick or hearing me destroy this chick, as Jay notated. And so we're about to actually destroy the shit out of her again, like I planned on yesterday. And what is she talking about? She's talking about how this young lady couldn't accept this fact, which I find it ironic because with all the red pill bullshit, I say this and I say this and I say this. Red pill, the whole thing of red pill, the manosphere, they actually hate men. They talk about men as bad as they talk about women by even giving them no agency, by giving them no self-control, by giving them no anything that's seen as a good, strong, moral man. They're not giving it to these men. They're just treating them as if the men are just poor little sad little puppy dogs that can't help feeling the way they feel, and if they're upset, it's women's fault. So let's hear how Pearl is trying to convince this girl that she just couldn't understand facts. Let's go.
6'2".
I mean, ideally, yeah.
Okay. So that's.
I want to feel small.
No, that's. I'm not. That's okay. I'm tall too. I want a tall man too.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah.
It's ironic that I don't know, and I've said this, and I've actually said this recently where I was in drag stream. I don't understand the concept of needing to. I can understand how you want to be safe with somebody. I can understand the need of feeling secure, accepted, and even desired by somebody. But feeling as if somebody is, I'm small to somebody, I never, ever want to teach my daughter that you need to feel small to somebody. Call me creating another feminist if you want to. But I never want my daughter to feel like, oh, yeah, I need to be protected by a man. I want her to feel that she needs to be protected, but never that she should give up her agency in somebody, in herself, just so somebody can actually feel good about, oh, I'm a man and I'm protecting my woman. Motherfucker, first of all, a person is their own person. But a lot of these guys, they don't understand that. They just think, no, I need to protect something so I can feel good about myself. Personally, I think you should teach your children how to, these hands are rated E for everyone. Exactly. Let's go.
Okay, do you want to be attracted to him?
I would hope so.
Okay,
yes.
so let's take 10% of men make more than you.
Yes.
Now, half of them are below 5'8". So that's 5% of men.
Okay.
For somebody who is below 5'8", 5'7" here, I know I keep saying this because it makes no sense to me. I don't have a problem with actually dating women. I've dated women who were taller than me. I've dated women who were shorter than me. But you know, the key thing about it is, when they're around me, they feel safe. When they're around me, they feel secure. And I admit that it was this one chick that I thought about dating. We ended up just being a friendship. It was like, I don't feel safe around you. Okay, fine. And because we got into the argument about if somebody was talking shit about like the Will Smith shit, you talking shit about my wife, keep my wife's name out your mouth. I'm not gonna go up on stage and smack somebody. And I know this is a tangent. I'm not gonna go up on stage and smack somebody. And if I think that I'm Mr. Big Man, as Will Smith thought he was, I don't go up on stage and smack somebody. If I'm, haha, nice joke, Chris, nice joke. 2 hours after the show, Chris come up, fucked up face, lip bleeding and shit, eye black. What happened, Chris? What happened to you? I fell down some stairs. Will Smith like he was mad. No, I fell down some stairs. You don't have to advertise in front of a national audience about not fucking with somebody. You know what you do? You tell somebody they fell down the stairs and you keep it moving. But you know, people need to feel protected by some big, strong, masculine, whatever. Let's go. I'm sorry. Tangent. Hey, no, Vegeta. Hey. I didn't do anything. He fell down some stairs. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I didn't do anything. And I'm just going to the point, if it was so upsetting that I had to do physical violence, I didn't do anything. Or I can just laugh the shit off and just be like, oh well. I'm making $20,000. I'm making $20 million a film. What are you making, Chris? You making your little $5. People like me better. And I know that's a logical fallacy. I get it. But like, but you know, whatever.
Now you're at 5%. Now you want to be attracted to him. Let's say half of them are ugly. That's 2% of guys. And you have to compete, and you might have to share. Because think about it, if you find him attractive and he has all the things you want, that means...
See, I've been waiting for this. And I know I said this yesterday, but I've been waiting for this. It's the point where a lot of these manosphere motherfuckers actually try to get to where, oh, it's fine to have more than one woman. It's actually beneficial for you women to let men have more than one woman because reasons. And all the good men are taken, and not, hey, monogamy may not be my thing. If you're happy with it, it's cool. We can actually talk about it. If you're cool with it, we can have fun. If you don't, then that's fine. That's your choice. But no, you don't be lonely. You don't be lonely. You don't be lonely at 35. You don't be lonely at 40. So you better let me sleep with as many women as I can, even though most of these guys wouldn't be able to sleep with any women because of their attitude. But I know I mentioned this in the last time, and this is pretty much how far I got before. When you actually think about it, a friend of mine said that most societies, most men didn't have sexual partners. And when you think about it, like, yeah, that's how a lot of societies were run in most patriarchal societies, even though it wasn't always true. But even piece of shit guys, they still were able to get women. Like, the morality of prostitutes weren't as looked down on as they are in some cases now. Like, and to tell you the truth, when it comes through the concept of straight and gay and all of that, that's also kind of a new thing. But a lot of people, you tell them that, they ready to just like, no. Like, you hear all the people that's talking about God of War being too woke. By the way, that's actually turned out to be a very funny like topic in the videos that I'm watching, and you just see like a lot of these guys like, no, Kratos was beat this person and beat that person. How could a woman be equal to him, even though she's like equal to him? Like, and you look at tradition or past the classical look of shit. And you just see that our modern conception of what we think strength or what we think masculinity is just that, just modern, and it changes all the time, and it's just funny. And here I am off on another fucking tangent.
The other women want him. That means every girl in this room probably wants him.
That doesn't mean you have to share.
It means you might.
It means he has
but
the
this
option.
is, but this is like.
I think some of this stuff, like, you have to think that some of this stuff Pearl is trying to say is stuff that a guy told her, specifically her guy told her, and she's like just trying to deal with it because, she's Pearl and she's stupid and she looks like a Wish version of Deborah Ann Wall. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna let that shit go. She looks like a Wish version of Deborah Ann Wall. But let's go.
Options. That still doesn't mean that you have to.
Okay.
So do I.
And I'll give you an example. So my dad is a top 1% earner, 0.5%. I grew up in these families, or in that family. My dad didn't cheat.
What? Pearl's a spoiled rich kid. No, you couldn't convince me that she's a spoiled rich kid. No, that she was able to move across the Atlantic to follow her red pill dream. No, she's not a spoiled rich kid. No, why would she be okay, I'm being an asshole. All right, let's go.
But my mom got him when he was broke. So if you want to get him on that level, he's probably gonna cheat. You didn't help build it. Like, you didn't help him get
Why do you
there.
want to think like this? Like,
I
why?
don't. It's not that I want to think. I don't.
Like, again, chick is calling her out, and it's actually pretty funny. It is hilarious that this chick is calling her out, and she thought she was gonna be, and like, I get it. Like, in people like Pearl rely on the power of being an editor. She relies on this. Like, she couldn't do this live stream and not look like shit. Like, just like Fresh and Fit. Like, if they don't exactly vet who they bring on their show, they it just makes them look like trash. And I'm sorry, like, this shit is funny. This shit is funny because she's trying to convince this woman that, no, you should allow men to cheat. If they're the top 1%, then you should allow them to cheat because of reasons. Well, let's go.
Okay,
Why
I don't.
would you say something like
Because
that?
It's just
the
because.
reality.
Okay,
But like people, like whether or not someone's gonna cheat on their partner has nothing to do with the amount of money that they make. It has everything to do with their character.
reality.
But
Exactly. All right, you can point to Elon Musk, who's a piece of shit. Hello, Elon and Twitter and Elon Musk and his Elon Musk fans. Of course, he's a piece of shit. You can point to people like Bill Gates, who, along with Elon Musk, fly on the Lolita Express a lot. You can point to Jeff Bezos. These are people who are pieces of shit. Or you can point to people like Warren Buffett, who hasn't had any reported big things about cheating on his wife. He's a billionaire, and he's kind of like, it's still immoral to be a billionaire, but he has it on the sense of just like, yeah, like, I don't need to flaunt my money like this, and why not just give it to somebody that's gonna give it away anyway? Why not? So you can have those shit. It doesn't matter if you're rich or if you're poor. You can still be the cheater. But let's go.
okay, if someone, I just think men are men, and it's easy to say, like, let's take Tiger Woods.
And this is what I'm talking about right here. This is just like, no, man, just gonna be trash. This is why I hate red pill shit. Because if you're watching this and you're a red pill guy, or you believe that the red pill is telling truths, they think you're stupid. They think that you're uncontrollable. They think that you have no standards. And they think that if you aren't the best of the best of the best, then you're trash and you deserve to lay down and die. I don't think that of you guys. I think that you're angry. I think that you're lonely. And I think that it is a problem that affects not just men, but women too. I think that if you're a red pill guy that's watching this, that it's okay to be upset that you're lonely. But when you're angry at everybody else that you're lonely, that's a problem. But let's let this go on.
Woods. It's easy to say, like, why did Tiger Woods cheat? But most men don't have a bus full of models waiting for them. And I think most men, even good, great men with character, if they are in a position where women are standing at the finish line begging to have sex with them, they might do it. And
mind you, she's dating somebody who is popular. She's dating somebody who is infamous or famous. She's dating this. So what is this saying about her relationship? What is it saying about her relationship? What does it say about how she feels about her relationship that she thinks is okay that a guy cheats? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I just think that, again, this is saying that men are trash in a different way than what they claim feminists say. I think that this is saying that, no, if you're a guy and you're cheating, well, it's okay because if you get a woman, you deserve to cheat. And it's playing into this stereotype of, oh, Chad and Stacy's and all that other good shit, and when it's not the case. But we'll finish letting Pearl take it.
And that's where a lot of the top 2% of men might be. This is what I always say. If you dated NBA player, basketball player, I don't really feel bad you get cheated on. Like I don't.
I mean, I get.
And see, I really, really love this whole thing of blame the woman if a guy cheats. That's all it is. Blame the woman. It's her fault. She did it. It's her fault. She did it to him by just dating somebody who she thought was going to actually treat her well. She should have known. Even if that was her first instance of dating somebody, I bet somebody like Pearl will call her a whore or some shit like that. Simply because it's her fault that she's dating somebody that she should have known is going to be sleeping around. So she should be happy. She should just shut up and be happy that she has somebody to take care of her because reasons. And again, Pearl is dating somebody who is an influencer, is a TikTok person. Is like popular on TikTok and has a lot of fame on TikTok. Like, is Pearl saying this for herself? We all know that Pearl has an issue with quote unquote fat people because she's felt fat in the past, and it's your fault if you're fat because reasons. But let's continue.
Again, cheating, but like I will always go back to this when it comes to cheating, regardless. Like there's a 5'6" man that'll cheat on someone who's unattractive. There's a 6'4" like beautiful man. Like it has nothing to do with like how many women that are. I mean, in my opinion, when someone's unfaithful in their relationship, it has everything to do with their character and has everything to do with their choices. It has nothing to do with. There's some men that so I can't.
But some men are more likely to do it. So if a man.
And what this young lady is saying is it doesn't matter if they're 5'6" or 5'7" or 6'4". It doesn't matter. What matters is the character of the person that's doing it. Can't you understand that, Pearl? Like, what part of that don't you understand? Again, it's almost as if Pearl she was told something. Like, this would be the chick. If you've watched The Color Purple, you told Harpo to hit me. That's Pearl. That's how Pearl is. You told Harpo to hit me. That's who Pearl is. She'd be that person that's like, well, you need to set her straight a couple of times. I don't know what else to tell you. And it's sad, but it's just like when you sell yourself to these manosphere types, like, what the fuck do you expect? But let's go.
So this is my point. So now you want a top 2% guy that also won't cheat on you. This is a unicorn. Isn't. And so even you're.
So you hear the motherfucking jackals in the back, right? You hear the guys in the back where they just like, yeah, if I was the top 2 man, I wouldn't cheat. I'd cheat on my woman too. Yeah, motherfucker, but you not one. You are here on this fucking channel thinking that you the shit because you got chosen to be on a live stream. And yeah, that's a thing that happened. And I'm just practicing this, guys, but this is I don't know. It's something I learned in like second grade, like basis for art, that I just think that I need to practice every now and again.
You're a nice woman, right? You're pleasant, right? And I don't think you're asking these men to spend crazy amounts of money on you, but you're still a normal girl that's asking for a top 1% man.
She's not. You came up with that top 1%. You came up with the top 1%. Most people, if they're real with themselves, if they are understanding with themselves, and if they're fucking mature, what they would do is say like, this person, he may not be 6'4". He may only have a 11-inch penis when other people only have, when this one guy may have 30. Oh yeah, am I the only one with an 11-inch penis? Okay, I'm sorry, but that 11-inch penis gets me going for like 3 hours on it. Okay, I'm sorry, but a lot of people, they don't sit back and say like, unless you are an Instagram influencer, a TikTok bullshit artist, then I'm not gonna date you. They think he treats me nice, he respects me, and I really like spending time with him. That's what happens. I know, like, it's weird. It's like people actually like spending time with people that treat them halfway decent. And it's not about spending a lot of money. It's not about saying, oh, I need to make sure that you can handle our reproductive kids, even if I don't want kids right now. I need you to make sure you can handle the 6 kids that you're gonna knock me up with. Like, the fuck? Like, I don't know why Pearl is going down this road, but let's see what she says.
And this is kind of like encompassing the problem.
Okay, and again, I understand when you break it down in that way. Yes, like I can understand like your line of logic, but again, I'm gonna push back and say like all the same thing is inverse. Like for my partner, wherever he is in this world, like all those things, like I'm going to fit all those like boxes like that are against him as well. Like there's someone like again, like maybe I am being delusional, like, and that's fine because like I'm happy to be.
No, baby girl, you are not being delusional. You look really sexy. Yeah, I'm gonna say it like this. She looks really sexy. Her plump ass cheeks and her thick ass thighs. And she has courage to push back against this motherfucker who's talking this nonsense. And she's actually smart enough to see bullshit, and she calls her out when you put it like that. I understand what you're saying, but my standards are this. No, baby girl, you are very intelligent. At least intelligent enough to see through bullshit. And will not cow down to this bullshit that she's saying. But let's go.
Be delusional.
Most women are.
Yeah, I'm happy to be delusional, but like there's no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna be married, and there's no doubt in my mind that my partner won't. You know, like I believe and I pray that like right. I'll have a healthy marriage.
So here's the problem. Like, what do men want? So if they looked at OkCupid, like when do men swipe right the most?
I don't know what that is.
18. Like OkCupid, it's a dating app. Oh.
And see, like Pearl is steady trying to introduce this whole idea of, well, you need to see the world like I see it. Like the manosphere has actually encouraged me to see it. And no, this chick is not taking it. And look, I built a house. This is like practice shit. Let's go.
Okay, it's a dating app. Men swipe right the most on women that are 18. I know that ain't fun. and it slowly goes. So men like youth. They like purity.
Insecure men like youth. Insecure men like purity. I'm sorry. I need to date a woman that knows her way around a dick. I need to date a woman that knows her way around her own pleasure. I need to date a woman that knows enough about the world to not let my grand personality to influence her. I need to date a woman that I just can't, by the sheer dominance of who I am, press over her. And it's not because I'm a big dick swinging big energy. Like, no, I know how I am. I know that I can be encompassing. I know and that's just not just me. If you are somebody who is outgoing, somebody who has a bombastic personality, be it in public or in private, if you know that you are a force of will, you don't want somebody that you can tell what to do. I'm sorry, you don't want that. You want somebody that's strong enough to actually be secure in who they are and not do shit just to please you. Because that's what they think they need to do to survive. Now, you should date somebody who wants to do things to please you because they enjoy your company and you do things to please them. But you should never take the time to say like, oh, I just want somebody to fulfill every one of my whims. Because it's weird and immature, and it's quite telling that you don't believe in yourself. Because if you need to be with somebody that's that weak that you can just run over, then what does that say about your strength? Lemonade be hidden. Just lemon juice and sugar, but lemonade be hidden.
And it's like
it gives control. It gives that they want someone they can control.
No, it doesn't mean that.
But see, okay, wait. But see, this is
see exactly. She just called it. Let's go back a little bit.
Purity. And it's like
it gives control. It gives that they want someone they can control.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Dude in the back laughing. Dude, like, I know I'm pointing to the wrong way because but dude in the back laughing like, no, it doesn't. Yes, it does, motherfucker. Because you want somebody young, dumb, and somebody you can control. That's why you get motherfuckers like Matt Walsh who be like, no, it's okay if it's not about teenage pregnancy, it's about teenage marriage. Like, yeah, exactly.
But see, okay, wait. But see, this is an example. We remember we said, who are these women that are shaming these men? When men say they don't want a girl that slept around, you say, oh.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh, it's because they want to control them. But that's
no,
not
that's
true.
not what I'm saying. But like, there are 40-year-olds who are swiping on 18-year-olds. Yeah. Like, I didn't say how old.
I didn't
or
say,
it's like they're like aggressive. Like, I mean, like if you're saying, okay, most men, so like men that are on dating apps, let's say they're between like 25 and 45, or like in their mid 30s, like swiping on 18-year-olds. That girl she has no life experience.
Exactly. She is calling this bullshit out. I've been good, Panda. I've been good. Dude, we have to start a game sometime, man. We have to do a game. I know I do heavy topics, and I'm trying to get out of the heavy topics like I have been doing. Thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. I know sometimes you lurk, and I appreciate that. But, like, I need to be pulled away from this shit sometimes because, like, this shit right here, when you get all of these people that are so fucking insecure, they have no friends and they just want to control somebody. She said, if you're between 30 and 40 and you swiping on 18-year-olds, that's just saying that you want somebody to depend on you and tell you and ask you what to do, and so you control. This shit is fucking crazy, and I don't understand that. I am 40, about to be 41 in like 2.5 months. Actually, in 2 months, in a little bit under 2 months to be exact. And I have problems with dating 30-year-olds. I have problems with dating 32-year-olds because we don't have the same amount of cultural touchstones that I knew. Yes, I'm an old fucking so. There's a lot of shit that I knew in the 90s and the early 2000s that while I was learning this shit, they were getting out of grade school. That shit sounds weird. That shit sounds weird. She's young and like she can learn so much from me, and I can just tell her what. Like, no, that shit is just weird. It's weird. And you have these fuckers like, oh no, that's just the way things are. It's okay because we desire young women and innocent. Like, no, it's about control. It's about control. I can tell you this, it's about control. And as somebody who literally has, one, I have a 15-year-old daughter. If a 40-year-old man came after her, one, again, she's gonna be asking me, what do we do with this body? Because she's not gonna have it. Secondly, it's weird. I literally have friends who are just like, yeah, no, older guys try to tell you what to do. It is fucking weird. And it's only because they think that they can't do any better or they can't deal with women their own age. Oh, she's had this, she's had this. Oh, you mean she's had better dick than you? Oh, too bad. You can't just rely on the sex that you give her. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I've been a fan of older women too. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. Although I will say that's actually changed in the last few years. And the reason why, and this is gonna sound really bad, because older women in my category tend to slow down more. And I'm talking about like 10 or 15 years older than me. Older women that are 10 or 15 years older than me, they tend to have slowed down more because I'm 40, and that leads me into like the people that's in their 50s. I can't do that. But like, yeah, I date a 47, 48-year-old. Fuck that. Like, yeah. They kids grown too? Oh, we about to have some fun. Walk around the house playing naked tag. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, let's go. Wait.
I think okay. But the point, that's not the point I'm making. The point is that men are attracted to youth and purity, and the problem is and beauty, right? And like thinner women or curvy, slim, Pearl, god damn it, I hate this chick. Like, not in the sense of like I really despise her. It's just like she doesn't get it. She like the people that she's around are just trash. But let's go. And so the point is there's a million women that are pretty and youthful. There's a new girl turning, doesn't have to be 18, let's give 22 every day.
Okay, I feel more comfortable. 22.
Yeah, we can. There's some studies that have said 21, 22. I'm just giving you one that kind of shows the extreme. And so the point I'm making is there's a lot of women that want the top 1% of men, and like that.
Okay, like this is what I don't get about people like Pearl. It's that they shit on the women that want the top 1% of men, but they never say shit about the guys who want the top 1% of women. I just don't get that part. I just don't get that part. But yeah, let's go.
That's why most women are going to be single and childless, is because we all want the same guys. We want a guy that makes money. We also want to be attracted to him. We also don't want him to cheat on us. And it's
I understand that, but I think another part of that is just like women are which I mean, the other side to that coin is like, why are women's standards so high? It's because we've seen what happens, again, like being children of divorce. Like, we've seen how bad it can be when you don't have high standards. Like, we've seen, so like, again, I understand, like when we talk about like quality of life.
What about the men?
Like, well, I mean, again,
Wait. Yeah, of course. Don't you know all women are monoliths? It's a monolith because reasons. Yeah. And women shouldn't have standards. They should just be happy with the shit that men give them. All the 30-second penises. the fat, overweight motherfuckers who don't care about shit, who walk around smelling like 3 days ago. No, they should be happy with that. They should be happy with the people. Like, no. What should matter is that he's 6'2" and he has more than 4 inches and he has like more than like half a grand in their bank account. No, that's what they should be happy with because reasons. But let's go.
All these men, I mean, you're also like, that's the thing that's in the back of my mind. You're like, oh, all these women are childless and da-da-da. Well, then also there's a large percentage of men that are also growing. So like, who are these women potentially going to marry? Like, there's like not. So I mean, that's also another side to that. And I don't have the statistics or the computer in front of you. I don't. But I remember like having conversation with someone about this actually on a date. And he told me that like men between the ages of like single men between the ages of like 32 and like 45 who are single are like there's a specific demographic of men that are most likely, unfortunately, to like unalive themselves. So whereas women are not like as likely.
You're correct. Like throughout most of history, men have.
So again, here's the thing, and this is the fun part about it. She is definitely calling Pearl out on her bullshit, and Pearl is just like, she's flabbergasted, and she wants to make it seem like the woman just isn't listening. And she says it just flat out that, yeah, if it's not more men, if it's more women that don't have a relationship, and that also equals to more men as well. And Pearl was just caught with that one. It's like, wait, what? You mean that men have just as much power as women as deciding who they're going to date, but they choose not to express it because reasons? No, we can't have her making that type of sense. It's just one of those things. But let's go.
Have not reproduced. Only 40% of men have reproduced historically. But that's always been the way, where 80% of women have reproduced.
Pearl, that's because they used to send men to war. And ironically enough, okay, there are a lot of things that go into that statistic. One of those things are women were more likely to die in childbirth. That's just one of those things that's happened. And yes, and I think she's misconstruing a study when it comes to mitochondria data. As a matter of fact, here, god damn it, Jesus. Who was most likely to God, I can't type with one hand. All right, so let's choose this. A new study shows that more women have contributed to the human gene pool. That's where they're going. Because it's not like, and I knew they were basing this off of mitochondria tracing of DNA. Whereas mitochondria tracing of DNA is more prevalent in women because the mitochondria DNA in men, which is found in sperm cells, burn off quicker. A new study in the Journal of Investigative Genetics showed that throughout human history, women are more were reproducing more than men. The study examined the DNA samples of people from around the world, looking at the mitochondria DNA, like I thought, passed down through the female line, and at the Y chromosome passed through the male line. Researchers found that historically more women than men were reproducing, potentially as a result of polygamy. Or polygamy, which one man is married to multiple women, warlords basically, but also shows geological factors as life science reports. On a regional scale, the DNA sample shows that a detailed story. For example, people in the East Asia and Europe have larger genetic differences for paternal than for maternal DNA, suggesting high level of female migrations. In contrast, populations in Africa, Oceania, and Americas have a bigger difference in maternal DNA for potential DNA. Perhaps fewer men than women reported among America's early colonialists. Researchers say that they saw a higher amount of mitochondrial DNA diversity. Mitochondrial DNA is useful for all sorts of historical explorations, as it also has recently been one of the key components in identification of Richard III, whose body was found in a parking lot. Damn, you a king and your body was found in the parking lot. So a lot of things can actually be determined from this study. One, it's not that women had more choice in who they were sleeping with. No, they were just captured by men, warlords. Or here's the thing, that I don't know, that in some areas there were, I guess, more an egalitarian society. He said it like it was said in the study, like where it was more diversity as far as maternal DNA versus paternal DNA. Yeah, we know in a lot of the Americas they had a more egalitarian society, so it kind of balanced out. And the whole thing of men went to war or hunted and women stayed with the kids to protect the kids. Not in the sense of they couldn't fight in a lot of these egalitarian societies. Like, no, the men went out and defended the outside, and the women stayed and defended the inside. You know, almost as if they had equal duties to protecting shit. But never mind. Let's go.
Historically, or 80 to 90%, depends on who you look at. So it's odd now that 50% of women will not reproduce. And you said, what will that mean for relationships moving forward? As women raise their standards, it just means we're sharing guys. How do relationships? No, think about it. I mean, you've probably been a side chick at some point.
Fact.
And see, like, look at her. She's like, why is she steady trying to down this chick? Because she's calling her out. That's why she's steady trying to down the shit. It's all about just calling this out. Pearl, were you a side chick? Pearl? Like, all of these contentions that Pearl is actually throwing out there, is it because she feels that way? Is it because of what she's been told or what she's been raised? Oh, she knows her daddy was the top 1%, but her daddy didn't cheat. Her daddy didn't cheat because of reasons. Are you sure about that, Pearl?
How do no, I know this is crazy, but I'm gonna explain it, okay? Right. How do relationships start? Sex or a relationship? What usually comes first?
How about both? How about a relationship? Pearl, you're telling on yourself. You're doing a self-report, dog. Aren't you in a relationship? I don't get it. Like, why is she doing this self-report on herself? Like, it's almost as if she's trying to convince somebody of her bad choices. Not necessarily that the young lady's making a bad choice, but that Pearl has made bad choices in life. But let's continue.
Sex.
What?
In 2022, what comes first?
Relationship for me.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
This is like, Pearl, I don't have to do shit. This young lady is actually doing it for me. What a Cinema Sin says, she's sitting her own self.
Every person you've ever slept with, the relationship came first.
Wait. Look. Watch. Didn't you just see that? That was a moving of the goalposts. Because How do relationships start? Let's go.
Okay, so every person you've ever slept with, the relationship came first.
Define relationship. Like we got to meet each other.
So you.
See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Pearl is trying her best to lay down her own like hypothesis and not looking at anything at what needs to be said or what is done, what this young lady says. She is literally not talking about the problem that the young lady is bringing up.
Usually,
like situationship, or like this is you're my boyfriend.
No, a boyfriend, girlfriend.
I would say it's like 50-50.
Okay, so in the situationships,
did you address her point? You didn't address a point, Pearl. You did not address a point. You're going to what makes you look good in what you're saying. But let's continue.
Typically, that's a man you find attractive, right?
Yeah.
So that means other women find him attractive. So you're probably not the only one he's sleeping with. So you kind of start as a side chick, and if you do good, you might get promoted to girlfriend.
Is that how you think?
She called her out. I was about to say, is that how she thinks? But she called her out. She's like, Pearl, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Pearl? It's Vegeta, you wanna see her facts? You wanna see her source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
That's her source, dog. Her source is she made it the fuck up. Oh God. That's her source. She made it the fuck up.
That's how it happens.
Because the number one way people are meeting, in a way, because the number one way people are meeting nowadays are dating apps online, and
I just can't do it. Like, I can't do it. This chick is just like, look, I'm done. This chick is just like really just like letting it into her ass, and I'm just like, wow, Pearl. That's you don't understand how bad you look with this shit. You look really bad, and I just don't know what to say, Pearl. Pearl, you look really bad. You look bad that this chick is just like letting you go all up on your show, and maybe it's just me. But I wouldn't put up with that shit on my show. But you know, maybe it's just me. Maybe, you know, Pearl thinks she gotta. Maybe she thinks like, man, I personally wouldn't put up with it, but you know, that's just me. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this video here. I didn't even get halfway through that video, and the chick just steady roasting us like, what did you think? What are you saying that? Like, she's just roasting the shit out of her. And Pearl must feel like shit because, like, man, like, she's not listening to me because my boyfriend told me this, and now I have to tell everybody this because reasons. And like, this face says it all. Look. This face says it all. Look at it. Like, oh, I need to get that face. Oh God, I need to get that face because that face says it all. Just like, but that's what I was told. And yes, Vegeta, this is the picture I'm capping. I'm getting for the thumbnail, so you won't like. Yeah, sure, let's go. But yeah, no. Like, share, subscribe, and all that other good shit. I'm gonna cut this video segment here, but we're gonna keep the drawing. We're gonna keep the stream going, but we're just gonna cut this segment here.
If I gave myself the power